Hi everybody, welcome to Flosstube number 29. I can't believe this is the 29th episode, but it has been a lot of fun. So I appreciate each of you that have subscribed and that follow along and comment. I look forward to reading your comments each time, so thank you for doing that. I want to just jump right in. I have several finishes to show you this week, and I have a little bit of haul that I'm really excited about. So I'm going to get started and try and not keep you too long today. I'm going to be leaving in a little bit. My mom has a best friend that is turning 90, and they're having a special birthday celebration for her today back where I grew up. So Mom and I are going to go up there, let her spend some time with her today, and then we're going to head on up to Branson. So if you've ever been in the South and you know where Branson is, that's just a fun little town. So we're going to spend a couple days together and just get in some shopping, relax. We always, of course, take our stitching with us and just have some fun. So I'm looking forward to doing that with her later today. But let me share with you my finishes. I had mentioned last time that I signed up for the Great British Sampler Weekend that Nicola's going to be at, and I cannot wait. It's not going to be until October of 23, so I'm going to have some patience. But they do have a great Facebook group for the attendees that they're keeping us kind of involved to kind of help the time pass, so I appreciate that. But one of the first things that Nicola posted was this sweet, sweet little sampler called Eliza. And it's Eliza Stringer. She was 6 years old when she actually stitched her sampler. And Nicola said that she would be releasing it at a later time for everybody. Just right now, it's a release for the retreat attendees. And so they've encouraged everybody to stitch it. They did not put any color examples. You had to come up with your own color palette. But I love to work with color, so that was kind of fun for me. I enjoyed thinking about, did I want to do it all in one color? Do I want to have a mixture of colors? Do I want bright? Do I want calm, cool colors? What do I want? So that's fun for me. I enjoy that process. So let me show you what I ended up deciding on. Of course, I'm going to need a project bag when I go. I always have to have a project bag when I go stitching anywhere. I even have one packed for Branson. But I decided I wanted to turn sweet little Eliza into my project bag that I'll carry on that particular retreat. So here she is. I found the fabric, which to me reminded me of like an English country garden. That's kind of the look I was going for. And then I just took the fabric colors and use that for my sampler palette. So as you can see, she's just a sweet little sampler. I stitched her on 28 count over 1. And you see, I need some help with my site, but 28 over 1 wasn't too bad at all. I used an even weave and that made it a little bit better, but I wanted her light, teeny tiny so she would fit on my bag. And so the 28 over 1 is what I did, and it served the purpose. So as you can see, she fits nicely on the project bag. And then I found this cute little zipper pull. I think I got that at Hobby Lobby that I used for the pull on that. So that was my first finish. That's kind of a personal finish. I was really excited about it. So as I get anxious to go to the retreat, I can pull that out and look at it and think, oh, October 23, I'm coming. So anyway, let me show you my next finish. I have shown this particular sampler several times before and have kind of laughed about it. I call this my Annie Oakley sampler. The young lady who stitched it, her name was actually Mary Ellis, but she reminds me of Annie Oakley because I think she was this young little girl who Mom was probably saying, you have to stitch, you have to learn how to stitch. And she wanted to be outside, she wanted to be doing something else. I don't think stitching was really her thing. And so I'm going to show you the original sampler again, and then I finally have the reproduction back from the framer, and I did an adaptation. I'll show you what I did with it. So here's the original little sampler, and she used wool thread, which I did not. That is a difference. I did not use wool thread. But as you can see, she just kind of used a variety of colors. And one of the things that I would get tickled about, if you look closely at that U, she started with that burgundy, ran out, and instead of getting more, she just picked up, I think, whatever was handy because she wanted to be done. So there's an orange, and then there's another color. She used whatever color she had handy. I think it was all about, I want to get done because I want to get outside and play, or I want to go do something else. Or that's what I imagine anyway. I think little Mary was more of a tomboy, and I don't think she cared anything about sitting and stitching. I think she was just ready to be done because Mom was telling her she had to get this stitched. But she has a variety of colors, and so when I reproduced it, here's the J. I thought there was another one, the little J even. You can see she's got several colors in that one little letter. When I reproduced it, I did it exactly as it was. And I'm a little bit OCD, so it kind of drove me nuts. But I wanted it to be a true picture of what little Mary did. So let me show you the final reproduction that's framed. And like I said, I did choose just regular cotton thread. I did not use the wool. But other than that, the colors are pretty much as close as I could get to what little Mary used on her. So I'll see if I can hold it back a little bit more. So that's the reproduction. Now let me show you what I did for an adaptation. Just the way that the sampler is laid out, it's more horizontal than vertical. I looked at this and I thought this looks like it could be on a drum. So that's what I did. I stitched it all in blue and made a drum out of it. So here is my Mary Ellis, and of course it's pretty much a reproduction as the sampler is, with the exception that I stitched it all in blue. I did correct a few things that she had kind of spaced kind of wonky, and I did the basket a little bigger and left the berries off because I really wanted a little something different for the drum part. So I left the berries out of the basket, made all one color. There's the top, found a real pretty little blue wool. Same thing for the bottom. And there is my Mary Ellis drum. So I think this is the second drum I've ever done, so that was a learning curve for me. I will say Vanna Pfeiffer has an excellent drum making tutorial. I would watch a little bit, pause it, and then I do that part. Then I watch a little bit more, pause it, and do another little section, and I got it done. So I highly recommend, if you're apprehensive, I'm always apprehensive of doing three-dimensional type projects like a drum, and she had this excellent tutorial, so don't be afraid of it. Jump right in like I did, and now I want to do another one. It was so much fun after I kind of got my fear put to the side, and now I want to make another drum. So anyway, that is my finish for this week. I was excited about, so we have the drum, which is kind of an adaptation. I also added a little bit of lace around the top and the bottom just to kind of finish it off. And then the framed version of Mary Ellis. So this was a fun one to do. I imagine this little girl. Now, she may have been very prim and proper. She may have loved stitching, but in my head, I just picture her a little bit different. And I think that's part of the reason why I love samplers. I love stitching the historic samplers because I imagine and think about what the person might have been like that actually did the original sampler. And that's part of the fun for me. So anyway, those are my finishes for this week. This next week, I actually got my new sampler, the Morris sampler in, and I have it charted. So I'm gonna stitch on it. I only have maybe 2.5 rows left on completing my Ackworth sampler reproduction. I should have it finished this next week, so I'll be able to show you the final stitching, and then I'll take it to the framer, and it'll be a little bit before I get it back. But I'll have quite a bit more, hopefully, to show you this next video. But that's what I'm working on. I can't wait to show you the Morris sampler. I love the colors in it, and so I can't wait to pick my needle up and get started on it. Now, let me show you my haul from this past week. Of course, I have a pink bag. You know where I've been, Stitcher's Garden. I went in to get 1 skein of floss. You guys know what I'm fixing to say. Can you possibly go in a stitching store and just come out with 1 skein of floss? I can't. If anybody can, please let me know and tell me your trick, because that's impossible for me to do, I think. Well, Linda, who has Stitcher's Garden, has amazing fabric. Used to, you had to tell her how much you wanted, and she would cut each piece. Now she has like fat quarters or eighths and things bagged up in little spinner racks. That's dangerous for me because I go by and I have to look at it, of course. And when I see it, I may not need fabric right then, but oh my goodness, it's so pretty. And I love that new color, and it's in a bag already, so I just have to get it. It's dangerous. So here's my new fabric I picked up this week. This is a Picture This Plus Heartland and Burr. And I got a 36 count in this. I just kind of like that little bit of a model, but it's not too grungy. It's just a little bit. This is a Fox and Rabbit Eureka. This is a 32 count. I just love the Fox and Rabbit fabric I've been getting lately. Oh, this is 18 count Mountain Air Buckskin. It's just a real pretty kind of a taupe color nearly. And then this is Laurel Lugana at 28 count. It's kind of an even weave. I have something I'm gonna do over one on that as well. Then this is a Fox and Rabbit Mayflower, 32 count. And I bought that before, but I needed another piece. So that was kind of my haul. It's a little more than one skein of thread. My husband was with me and I told him, I said, I need to stop at Stitcher's Garden because I need a skein of thread. I'll be right back out. He just looked at me and said, mm-hmm. And you know what that mm-hmm meant. He knew I wasn't going to be just right back out. But bless him, he's a patient man. So anyway, that's my haul from Stitcher's Garden. Then we went to, our town has, usually in the fall and in the summer, they have like a vintage market out at the fairgrounds. And so people come in, set up all these booths. And lots of times I can find, like I collect Fostoria Americana pattern crystal, and I can find a piece of it out there at one of the booths. But I've also found some really unique finishing items there. And so, of course, I had to go. It was in town this weekend. And I'll show you some of the things I found. The first thing was this neat little Maxwell House coffee little old can. And I've got a little pattern that I think will fit on top of this. And it's a little saying about coffee. So I'm going to try and finish it with that little saying on top. Then this other booth. And I wish she had like a Etsy store or something. And I asked her, I said, do you have like a website or an Etsy shop or anything? Because your stuff is adorable. And she said, no, she and her husband just did these shows a couple times a year and that was it. They didn't take orders and they didn't have an online presence. So I was really disappointed, but I still was excited about what I got. She had lots of cute fall things. And so like this little pumpkin, I think is adorable. And it was $7 already finished. So all I'm gonna have to do is mount a cute little stitch piece on this. So that's one item. Then she had these little wooden cutouts that I thought would be cute to put next to a little piece, and they were $3.50 each. So I got a little black cat and I got a little crow. Then, I love this pumpkin. The colors. Isn't this adorable? And it was $10.50. So I mean, my goodness. On the little stand, it's just ready for me to mount my stitching. So absolutely adorable. Then she had this little board, and she had them in like this burnt orange, she had a rust, a green, lots of different colors. And hopefully you can see, she's got the little clip, and then it's just been speckled with the paint on top of the solid color. And then in the back, she's got this little peg, so it sits like a little easel would. It was $6.50. I mean, my goodness, I can't imagine doing it for that cost. So I had to have one, of course. And this would be something cute. I thought I could do a Halloween piece and put in here, and then have like a Thanksgiving fall piece so I can change it out very easily. So that was my haul from the little vintage market this weekend. I hope, and so the next time we have it, I hope she's back, because she just had So many cute things that were so reasonable. I also have this little pattern from Stitcher's Garden. It's by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And I met these ladies. It's a family. It's sisters, a group of sisters and their mother. And they were at market this last year. The sweetest, sweetest ladies. I really enjoy getting to meet them and visit with them. But they have this cute little Happy Halloween that I'm thinking might fit on that bigger pumpkin. And I'll change the colors up just a little bit. Isn't that sweet? So I've pulled it because I may get to do that for one of these pumpkins. I just got this last week. So that was my haul. Now I do have a little bit of, no, I have a little bit more, sorry. But wait, there is more. I found this at Hobby Lobby. It was $11.99, but I think I got it at 40% off. It was in the table decor, and it's supposed to be a little trivet. But isn't that cute? I love that little edge, and I thought you could mount a sweet little stitch piece right there in the middle and not have to do anything else to it. So that was just a sweet little board. I have no idea what I'm going to put on it, but I thought it was cute. Then I went to the Stitch and Post in Little Rock. It's a great little fabric shop. If you're ever in Little Rock, check it out. And I found some Blackbird fabric. I was so excited. I just love it. So I picked some of this up. Not sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but I've got it. And then here's some more Blackbird that kind of went with that first fabric. In case I do a project bag, I can line it with that. Then they had this that I thought was adorable. Looks like a bunch of spools of thread. To me, it was so realistic. It looked like I could just reach down and pick one of those spools up. And then I found this fabric that had little pins all over. I thought, wouldn't that be cute? Is a lining. Do this for the outside of the bag and that for the lining. So hopefully I'll come up with a design for that. And then this wasn't quite as exciting, just some lining fabric. So that's my haul. I just want to thank the new subscribers. We had quite a few new subscribers this last week, so thank you for doing that. If you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button below and comment, like the video, and I sure do appreciate it if you share it with your friends. We're getting closer and closer to our 2,000 mark, and once again, when we hit 2,000, I will draw for 2 gift certificates, one for each 1,000, and be to Stitcher's Garden here in Conway. And even if you don't live here, you can order online from her. She's got a great selection, and usually if she doesn't have what you're needing, she's great about ordering it in for you. So if you ever get a chance, stop by Stitcher's Garden when you're here in Conway. Now, I made myself a note so I wouldn't forget. We have winners from last week. I have the little Scotland fob. That was giveaway number 1, and that goes to Denise Jackson. So Denise, thank you. Just be sure and message me. The email is down below. Let me know your mailing address and I'll get that prize sent out to you. Then the little notebook I picked up on my trip to Scotland from the Outlander store was Mary Hibert. Mary, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your last name. Or Hibbert, it could be Hibbert. You're the winner, so same thing. Please get me your mailing information and I'll get your prize out to you. Then I had the USA board, but my winner from the week before watched this last week and said, wait. I sent my information. I just missed it in my mailbox. So that has already been given away. Then we had the little kilts calendar, the men in kilts. And that goes to Sharon Tessie. So congratulations, Sharon. Same thing. Get me your mailing information and I'll get that sent out to you. So thank you guys. This next week, I will be giving away 3 different gift certificates. I have gift certificates to Stitcher's Garden, 1 to Hobby Lobby, and 1 to Michael's. So just comment below. And it doesn't matter what you comment, and if you have a preference on your gift card, just let me know that. And I hope to see you guys again very soon. Hopefully I'll have some nice haul for my trip to Branson to show you and have a little more progress done on my new sampler that I've charted, as well as a completion of the Ackworth sampler. So looking forward to showing you some more goodies this next time. You guys take care, stay cool, stay inside where it's nice, and get some stitching. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon. Bye.